Next thing. Lunge. Oh, I hear some groans. That means you're probably out here, 17 more, ah! Right? But lunging. And if you think about that as we're developing, I'm going from here, watch my daughters start to do this. That's the first phase, right? I gotta be able to create this control. I have to be able to dynamically stabilize through here, get the glutes to fire, gotta get the quads to fire, everything from here, to be able to stand up and bring that other foot up. Making sense? If we can lunge efficiently, we can get up and down off the ground all day. So, the next thing that we wanna go to, lunging. So here we go. We're gonna start from this position, okay? Knees come down, and then we're gonna step the right foot through, right to the hands. Then we come up. Good, we've got this. You can put your hands on your hips, and we're just gonna stand straight up. Good, keep that space. And we're gonna go right back down. Good, hands to the floor. Step that knee back, switch. Step the other foot up. Come up to the hips, and we drive, stand up. Keep your space, lower back down. Good, I want you to do 3 more on each side. Okay, 3 more, hands to the floor. Step the knee back, step the opposite foot up to the hand. Good. Rise up, keep your space. Good, lower back down, hands to the floor inside that foot, and then step that foot back to the knee and switch. And I want you to step outside of your hands. Instead of coming in the middle, I want you to step to the outside of your hands. Good. Good, and I want you to take into account some of the considerations that you have going on through here. What does the balance feel like? Good. What's that? No, I want you to use this, and you're gonna step to here, and then push up. Give it a little bit of lift. That's good, that's good. Yeah? So when you're all done, I want you to pause for a moment, okay? So a couple things. What are you noticing about this? Imbalanced. Tell me about that. Yeah, you feel completely unbalanced. Okay, so we're talking about balance and control. How about, does anybody feel unbalanced between one side and the other? One side feels good and the other side feels maybe a little bit different, right? We might also be noticing, I can't, we're having some mobility. I'll just cheat and put it back here and sit back to there, right? Right? We might have some activation issues. We get it to here, and we got to arch our back and dump like this to drive up versus being able to tuck, bring it back, and use the whole system to stand. So we can use these movement patterns to start breaking down simple things. We haven't even touched weights yet, right? We haven't even touched weights yet. Okay, so we've got lunging, and there's another one that I want to talk about. I'm going to have everybody stand up that I think is probably more important to get good at doing than just a unilateral squat, which is a lateral lunge or a lateral squat. And why this is important is because a significantly or a staggeringly high number of non-contact injuries and ACL tears occur in what's called the frontal plane. Me moving in a plane that is not forward and backwards, but is side to side. You're stepping out, you trip over something here, right? You're stepping outside and something slips out in front of you or out to the side. Okay? We have to be able to control this. So what I want you to do is you're going to open up your feet, okay, nice and wide. And to check to see if your hips are wide enough, you should be able to move side to side comfortably, right? And feel pretty good going there, okay? If you feel like you're like this and you're like, well, I mean, I could probably push my hips out a little bit further. I want to line up to the inside of this foot, not the outside of it. So when I widen those feet out and I move over to the outside, my hips should still be on the inside of that foot. Does that make sense? All right, good. So let's look at this for a moment, because this is one of the things that I see people make a big mistake with, and it has everything to do with alignment. When I am loading up in the frontal plane and I'm going into a lateral squat, I want you to imagine there's a line that follows this hip crease down to the inside of this left foot. I want to move from here towards there, and I want to see this line moving from my ankle to my knee to my hip towards my body. Almost as if I'm taking my hip out to touch this wall. I don't want to be out here with my hip way over. And I also need to be mindful of where my knee is. Because if you go back to the squat, I need to be able to push through all 3 points of that tripod. So as I'm pushing through the inside portion of my foot, I want everybody to do this. Push through here and then just drop into it a little bit. Does this feel strong? Now roll out towards the pinky toe side. Or does this feel strong? Pinky toe, that feels strong? You got it. It's the inside. Because when you start to press into that big toe and you've got pressure coming through here, we are firing up every stabilizing muscle all the way through the adductors. You will feel it. And for you, because you got long legs, you could even widen out just a little bit more. That a girl. Good, right? Take it back to the cheerleading days. Like, hello. No, okay, all right. Maybe not. Yeah. But as I'm sitting down into this position, I want to feel strong here. So here's where I want you to test it now. You've got even weight distribution from the toes to the heels. Hold that position, and all I want you to do is take that knee out and then bring it back in. Take it out, bring it back in. Starting to feel what things are firing up there, yeah? Oh, yeah. Push up to the top. Let's get the other side so we're nice and even. I don't want you to be out of here lopsided, walking in circles. Okay? Big toe, pressing it down to the floor. Knee comes in, and knee goes out. Okay? And you want to make sure that we've got enough mobility in the ankle to accommodate, right, from the ground up, these adjustments. Because in life, I've got to be able to do this to stabilize myself. Does that make sense? Good. So you bring yourself back up to the top. Being able to do this is really important. Even body weight, sitting down into it, what's your depth, what's your range? So I want everybody to go ahead and sit down, chest and torso up, right? Don't misconstrue me bending forward for me getting depth in my lateral squat. Sit down to the outside, good, give me like 2 or 3 on each side, and really feel the difference there.